an 80s reference. I am just so impressed.
You didn't think that I watched Weird Science?
No.
Oh, I loved Weird Science. I know the theme song and everything.
Well, you know what? The next time that you sing for your segment on the podcast, you can sing the Weird Science song.
Weird Science.
No, I said next time.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Relationshit, our weekly after show about our podcast, Relationshit. We are your hosts, the Critellis. I'm Marko.
And I'm Tony.
And it is another Friday. Welcome. We're so glad to have you guys back. And if you've been keeping up with us on social media, you probably have noticed that we have a whole new look.
Yay!
So thanks to our graphic designer and my sister, we have new logos. They're the same person. We have new logos and all sorts of fun things. The website is different, so make sure you head to podrelationshit.com so you can check that out. We're very excited. Everything is like all fresh and new. Even the intro to this here episode of Relationshit.
Mm-hmm. So it's perfect because it all came through on International Podcast Day.
Exactly. Wasn't planned, I'll tell you that much. But it happened that way and it was really cool. So thank you for all the hard work. Thank you, Stevie, for being amazing and doing this for us. And we hope you all enjoy it so far. This week, Tony and I talked a little bit about the concept of soulmates. So if you listened to the podcast, then you know that I am skeptical. Not that I'm skeptical. I believe that there are certain people for everyone. But I also think that we don't have enough experience with everyone in the world, so it's really challenging to call them soulmates, right? But I believe that you can call them your true love, which is, in my opinion, better. I think it's so much great. But so we read an amazing article from the HuffPost there, and it's really great, and we enjoyed that. But today we're going to talk about the 10 signs you've met your soulmate according to people who found theirs, which is also written by the Huffington Post as well. This article was written by Kelsey Borenson and so they essentially talked to like 10 different couples, and they kind of gave like their opinions, like little things that they found that was really amazing about them finding their quote-unquote soulmate. So we're just going to read through these, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So, number 1, being around this person gives you a sense of peace and comfort even very early in the relationship. I remember that feeling.
Yes.
I still feel that every single day. There is a sense of comfort and I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's just security that I have that is the reason why I'm like very happy to be with you. Mm-hmm. It's really exciting.
You've said that for a long time.
Yeah, it's just amazing. You may be very different, but you balance each other out. I mean, come on, this is like the story of our lives. But yes, no, it's very, very true. I think it's, we've always said it, it's one of the things that make us super strong. Also one of the things that make us susceptible to arguments.
Frequently.
But at the same time, it is something that is just super amazing to have like a person that will go toe to toe with you. I just think it's amazing.
Number 3, you get this palpable gut feeling that you've met your match.
Which leads us into that. Yeah, is not, I don't know that I think you're my match, but I do think that you're a very worthy adversary.
That's not the kind of match they're talking about. You actually definitely had this feeling. You were like, there's something different about this guy. Like that, or at least that's what you said.
Yeah.
Is that you felt that right away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super exciting. I just love it. So number 4, your values are in total alignment. It's funny because I think that we've always banked on that being true. And it's not that I think that our values are not in alignment. I think our upbringing is very wrong. So our view of things are very different, but our goals, the way we want to get to certain things, are 100% in alignment.
I thought about this one. I think our values are in alignment. I think it's our skill level and our execution that's different.
Sure.
But I think the value is still the same.
Sure, I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, you've seen this person at their worst and love them anyway. Boy, have I.
Every day.
Yeah. No, but it's true. Tony and I have been through some shit. And,
Yeah, lots of shit.
Lots.
We've put each other through most of it.
Yes, you've put me through a lot. But that being said, we worked our way out of it, and we're always better on the other side. Yeah, so that's great. Number 6, you care deeply. You care so deeply about each other that at times you actually feel each other's pain. I think that's why I liked this one, because I think that's why I go to bat for you all the time the way that I do, because I'm like, I know him behind closed doors, and the way that he's acting about this is not true. I will get the pain, the hurt, the confusion, and all this behind the door. So, and I feel it. Like, I totally understand your pain. I don't know. We would have to talk about this offline. Do you feel like you feel my pain?
The problem is that I am so empathic that I've had to learn to create some barriers. I won't say walls, but like, I feel people's pain just by looking at them. Like, I feel their trauma. I feel their history. I think it's part of what drew me to, kind of enjoying this type of work that I do. So I feel yours, but I don't feel yours any more strongly than I feel anybody else's. And sure. I have to make the same conscious effort to like disconnect from it. Because it can become overpowering.
I'm sure. Next, you feel a kind of electricity when you touch.
Yep.
Do you?
Yep. I still do. And sometimes when you look at me, I still get butterflies.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of a flutter. There's like a certain touch or a certain look that you'll give me that will make me flutter a teeny bit, and I do enjoy that. That's cute. Your relationship may be rocky at times. Boy, really. But the rough patches help you grow. Yeah. But I mean,
you said that earlier.
Yeah, you can't be together for 11 years without tough times, right? Like, it's really challenging. Number 9, you feel like you can let your guard down and be 100% yourself when you're with this person.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I do feel like I feel like you probably know me better than anybody. Like, I feel like you know goofy me. I feel like you know all of the different iterations of me that exist, which is great. So
yes, I know both your faces.
Oh, interesting. So now he wants to fight.
Number 10. I get to read a couple of these.
Okay.
You recognize that this person came into your life to teach you an important lesson. I would add an S to that. You have come into my life to teach me many important lessons.
Good. Good. You're not a great student, but you're a good one. That said, we want to give a special shout out to this week's #Gay Relationship Goals, Brad and Adam. We enjoy you guys. Thank you so much for being such a great inspiration. And to all of our listeners and watchers of this episode, definitely let us know a little bit more about you and your soulmate, or what your soulmate would look like if you could put them in a computer and weird science the shit out of that scenario. I would love to hear about that as well.
Did you just reference an 80s movie?
Potentially.
High five.
Is that what you heard? Yay. Awesome sauce. Awesome. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of Relationshit. Thank you for watching as we talked more about this week's topic from the podcast.
Make sure you visit our website, podrelationshit.com, newly updated, for more content and information about the podcast.
Yep, and while you're there, fill out a listener situation on the new website, or email us at relationshipquestions@gmail.com. Once a month, we will answer your questions on the podcast and do our best to give some guidance.
If you're not a Patreon member already, head to patreon.com/podrelationship and start donating today. That website did not pay for itself. You'll get early access to the show and some behind-the-scenes interviews with our weekly guests.
Yes, we work with some amazing brands and services, so please show them some support. Head to paraso-usa.com today for all your shave and beard needs. Use promo code RELATIONSHIT20 at checkout and get 20% off your purchase.
And for your mental health needs, visit betterhelp.com/Critellis and get 10% off your first month of teletherapy.
And finally, head to your favorite podcast platform and give the Relationshit podcast a 5-star rating and positive review. We really want to make it easy for those looking for information and topics discussed in the podcast, and your reviews help make that possible.
Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to continue the conversation. We are at PodRelationship on all platforms. Have a great rest of your week. We love you all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.